I'm just seriously not in the market for anything right now. I'm happy with my books, my cat, and my peace and quiet. And if I'm being honest, I'm not really over, yet. Yes, I know it's been years, but I'm not ready to open my heart again, okay? So, as much as I appreciate your offer to hook me up with your husband's old college buddy, I'm good. Well, I've read the papers. He dates models, not small-town librarians, so I doubt he'd even be interested. And as for me, well, Mr. Tech Startup might be charming and rich, but I promise you I could not care any less about that kind of stuff. So please, I beg you, drop it. What? I do not need to get laid. No, I don't. Listen, Alex, you're my best friend, and I adore you, but you couldn't be more wrong. I'm good. I'm happy. I enjoy my tranquility, so stop worrying about me. I gotta run. I'm almost at work. But I'll see you this weekend. I've been looking forward to this ski trip for months. Say hi to your husband for me, and tell him again thanks, but no thanks, okay? All right. Bye. Morning. I brought coffee. Hey, it's so good to see you. It's been way too long. And you. I haven't seen you since you married my best friend, and she looks happy, so you must be taking good care of her. Good to see you too. And who's this? You must be the college roommate I've heard so much about. Good to meet you. You're joining us for the weekend. Not at all. I mean, the more the merrier, right? This place is seriously amazing. When you said to meet you guys at the chalet, I had no idea you meant snow-covered mansion right on the slopes. I mean, this view is incredible. Oh, really? This is your place. Wow, it's gorgeous. Hey, Alex? Could you help me grab some stuff from the trunk? Now? What the hell? You could have told me we were going to be staying in your husband's college buddy's massive ski lodge for the weekend. Listen, you know damn well I love third wheeling with you guys, but I was totally unprepared to be staying in a perfect stranger's house with the perfect stranger in it. Like I said on the phone, I'm not looking for anything. I'm not lonely. How can I make you believe me? Okay, yes, you're right. He's even hotter in person, but please, I beg you, do not do your Cupid routine this weekend, all right? Promise me. No, look me in my eyes and promise me. Say it. Say, I will not play Cupid this weekend. Good, because if you do, I will shoot you with your own arrows. Oh, hey, yeah, thanks. We're fine. I brought a few ingredients with me. Yeah, I like to cook. Thank you for taking my bags. We'll follow you inside. Whoa. Okay, this place is even more impressive on the inside. And this kitchen? It's the stuff of dreams. Do you do much cooking? Yeah, it's kind of a big hobby of mine, too. I mean, you might be able to talk me into making at least one dinner while we're here. If you ask nicely. Oh, yeah, I would love to freshen up a bit before we all go out to dinner. Lead the way. No way. I don't believe it. I'm learning so much about my best friend's husband tonight. You know, I hadn't considered this before, but you must have so much blackmail material against this guy. I might have to press you for information. Well, I grew up with Alex, and we both worked in the same cafe until we went off to separate colleges. She was absolutely devastated, of course, but she met her husband there and quickly forgot all about her small-town bestie. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. They do look happy, don't they? Totally in love. I know, it's nauseating, isn't it? I'm happy for them too. I have to ask, and please be honest. Is this a setup? Mainly the way they both made themselves scarce as soon as we arrived, and have taken every chance to leave us alone together all night. I know for a fact that they've both been trying to get me to agree to meet you for ages, and then our ski trip ever so coincidentally relocates to your ski lodge, and they neglect to tell me. I tried to explain that nothing was ever going to happen between us, but they refused to believe me. Oh? You seem awfully confident that something could happen between us. You're not serious, right? You don't actually believe that you can make anyone fall in love with you. Because that's not how people work. Either there's a spark or there isn't. And yeah. That's what I truly think. You really mean it, don't you? You think you can just, what? Show up with all your money and privilege and women will just fall at your feet? Why? Because it's worked before? Well, that doesn't work on everyone. Certainly not me. You've been very kind, and you're charming, handsome, and successful, but for some women, myself included, that isn't enough on its own. We care about deeper things than that. What? Do I want to bet on what exactly? You think you can make me fall in love with you? As in, butterflies, giggling, head over heelsing? We don't even know each other. What better way to get to know me, he says. Okay, well, I admire your confidence. And I can't wait to crush it because you're on and I'm gonna win. I like you well enough as friends, but I mean it when I say I'm not interested in a relationship. And not just with you, I mean with anyone. Very much not looking for love. So you've got your work cut out for you if you want to win this thing. Not so fast. I have my own terms. If I win and don't fall for you, you have to donate $1 million of your hard-earned dollars to the Heart and Stroke Foundation. That way our silly little bet will have real-world benefits beyond the bragging rights of a known ladies' man. Do you accept these terms? Good. Shake on it. You do know you have to let go of my hand at some point. What are you doing? Pulling me onto the dance floor? Starting already, are you? Well, I hope you can keep up. I happen to be an excellent dancer. So long as you ignore the fact that I just stepped on your toe, I'm sorry. And, don't look now, but Alex and her husband look like the cats that ate the canary seeing us dancing like this. That's not at all embarrassing. All right, I give in. For now. Not because I like you, you understand. I just, really like dancing. Man, what's this? You know, people don't usually bring breakfast in bed until after certain activities. Oh, no way. I smell pancakes. You bring that here. Let me try some. This looks incredible. You weren't kidding when you said you like to cook. Mm. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely in trouble. This is delicious. So you really cooked this yourself in your fancy chalet kitchen? Be careful, or I may never leave. The flower was a nice touch, by the way. Very pretty. Well, you've got a couple of points for sure. I'm feeling a little wooed, even. Courted and well fed. You're off to a running start. Try not to gloat too much about it, okay? Thank you for breakfast. I'm looking forward to it too. I haven't been on the slopes in ages. And you should know that I'm a terrible skier, by the way. Yes, thank you. I will enjoy this amazing spread of delicious food and then meet you in the living room so we can head out. What have I gotten myself into? I'm okay. I'm okay. It was, an exceptionally soft snowbank. Ow. Was it, at least a really cool wipeout? Like, I look badass? Good. I really appreciate the lie. Ow. Yeah, I'd say that's enough for one day. I'm gonna head in, get myself a hot chocolate, and nurse my battered pride. Ow. Oh. No, I'm really okay. I just hurt my butt. I told you I'm awful at this. I'm just too stubborn to give up. You will learn that about me. Very, very stubborn. I've even been called an ass a time or two. Or three. What are you doing? You don't have to come with me. You should stay out here and enjoy the day. Oh, yeah? You just want to make sure I make it inside in one piece? Very chivalrous. You're trying to butter me up, aren't you? Well, it might be working. Come on then, Prince Charming. Lead the way. What? You look like you want to say something. It's making me nervous, so spill already. A question? I'll allow it. How am I single? Well, maybe I'm crazy. Or clingy, or jealous. No? Not buying it? Before I answer, I want to know how much our friends told you. About me, about my past. Yes, I was married. To my high school sweetheart and childhood best friend. I was a walking cliche. In love with love, thought things could never go wrong. I'd found my person, and how rare is that, right? We were inseparable. And 6 years ago, we were about to really start our lives. I had just gotten hired at the library after finishing school, and he went into business with his brother. They opened a garage. Motorcycles were his life. We just rented a house. Talking about getting a dog. Life was coming together. Until it fell apart. It was a Friday. And it was raining. He was on his way home from the garage on his bike. He got hit by a drunk driver who ran a red light. And, in an instant, he was gone. He took my dreams of a white picket fence life with him. And after that, I just couldn't see myself being with anyone again. So, that's why I'm single. And why I don't really believe in love anymore. I had it. It was taken from me, and I don't ever want to go through that again. Crap. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have told you all that. I didn't mean to make it awkward. I got carried away a little. You're disarmingly easy to talk to. Anyway, our friends have been telling me for the last few months that I shouldn't put myself out to pasture just yet. We are all still relatively young. They may have a point. I think it just takes a while to get over certain losses, right? Will you let me buy you a hot chocolate or a tea or something to apologize for trauma dumping all over you just now? It's the least I could do. And to thank you for listening and understanding. You're very kind. All right, so pick your poison, and know I will be judging your choices. Morning, Janice. I brought coffee. Has Earl stopped by yet to fix the furnace? What? What happened? Janice, the look on your face is kind of freaking me out here. A check? What? Let me see. Holy crap! That's an egregious amount of zeros. I mean, with this amount of money, we're going to be able to fix the roof this year and replace the furnace. And this was dropped off anonymously this morning? But wait, hang on a sec. How do we even know this is real? We shouldn't get too excited until it's not just numbers on paper. The person who dropped it off, what did they look like? Did you see them? No? Damn. Aha. Okay, I see where this is going, and I'm pretty sure I know our mysterious benefactor. Why don't you take this to the bank, and I will wait here for Earl. He'll be over the moon to learn we're actually going to be able to pay him on time. Yeah, the joys of keeping a rundown small-town library running, right? Damn, he's good. And as tempting as it is to pretend I don't know it was him, I should really call and say thank you. Earl, is that you? I've got some potentially good news. Ha! Well, hello there, stranger. I was just calling you. Would you like to explain why I came in this morning to find my coworker with her jaw on the floor, clutching a check for a very, very generous amount of money in her hands, halfway to a coronary? Yes, the library did in fact receive an anonymous donation. However, did you know? It was you. I know it was. And the first thing I have to say to you is thank you. Did you expect me to yell at you? To tell you that this doesn't count toward the bet? You single-handedly saved a small-town public library from dilapidation. If I reamed you out for that, I wouldn't be the kind of person I want to be. I love this library, but it's gotten more and more difficult to keep the lights on over the years. So yeah, thank you. Even if it's all just some elaborate manipulation so you can win a silly bet we made, the whole town benefits. Well, what do you have to say? Come clean and tell me you did this to win me over. But you did donate, right? That's why you're here? Not to gloat, but to tell me you'd already earmarked that money for this library before we even met? Wait, look me in my eyes and tell me that. Are you serious? I want to not believe you, but I actually do, in spite of myself. I believe you're a good person and you do a lot of good. I never said you weren't. Yes, it is, in fact, cold in here. The handyman was supposed to come fix the furnace before we open, but he hasn't showed up yet. You? You. You know how to fix a furnace? I thought computers were more your thing. No, please. By all means, I'll show you to the basement. Follow me. Tools are there. Make yourself at home. I have to get the place ready to open, and if you're able to get the heat going, then I will absolutely invite you over for dinner. Least I could do, right? If you need me, just holler. Oh my god, he did it! Hey, you got it working! I was turning into an icicle. I am so very grateful right now. Tonight? Dinner? Tell me what you like, and whatever it is, I'll make it. Perfect! That's actually one of my specialties. I'll text you my address. See you tonight, and thank you again. I told you, I'm a damn good cook. You better be careful or you'll be the one falling in love with me. You already look like you're in your bliss. Can I say something? And you have to promise to hear me out. When I met you, I was not expecting much. I knew you were a successful hottie with a long runway of broken-hearted models behind you, of course, but I've never found that kind of thing personally interesting. I grew up as one of the have-nots, so I didn't much see the appeal of the haves, if that makes sense. Rich kids were the ones who made fun of me for being a scholarship kid at a boarding school. And while I can admit I shouldn't have painted you with that brush, I did. I couldn't understand why my friends kept trying to set us up because on the surface, you were so not my type. But that was the surface. You are far more interesting and kind and generous than I gave you credit for. You're a good listener, you pay attention, that's kind of rare these days. But I have to know, aside from the library donation, has any of this been real? Or are you just hell-bent on winning the bet? I'm asking because, in spite of myself, I might actually be falling for you a little bit. And it's fine if this is nothing more than a bet to you, but I want to know. And we can call it right now. You can get your bragging rights. You win. While I might not call it love yet, it's definitely something. And I want to know if you feel the same. What do you mean you can't answer me? Does that mean... Oh, I see. No, I think I understood you perfectly. It was just a bet. It wasn't? Then why can't you... You're kidding me. You're seriously saying you don't believe I can know how I feel about you until we've kissed? So I have to concede with a kiss, do I? Admit my defeat. Admit that seeing you coming up from the library basement with your shirt open and a wrench in your hand made me want to subscribe to Sexy Repairman magazine. I don't know, it could be a real thing. Well, if that's what it takes to show you I mean it, I'm pleased to oblige. So are you gonna gloat now? Or are you gonna keep kissing me? You know, I'm a little rusty. I could really use the practice. You know, something just occurred to me. I'm never gonna hear the end of it when Alex and her husband find out about this. Us. If there's an us. Is there an us? I was kind of hoping, yes. My first impression of you was wrong, and I'm glad to be wrong. You're fascinating, and I want to learn more. And forgive me for being bold, but I'd also love to, do that again. What? What do you need to confess? You're not about to break my heart, are you? You did what? You really did? When? Yes, when did you donate the $1 million to Heart and Stroke Foundation? Before we even left the lodge? Even though you were so certain I would never win, you did it anyway? Because it was a good cause. Of course. You're an angel, you know that? And thankfully, not a biblically accurate one, but still an angel. What's that? I'm not sure I can handle another bet right now. It depends. What's the bet? That you can wake up before me tomorrow and make me breakfast in bed again because we've participated in those certain activities I mentioned? Listen, that's definitely a bet we both can win. Was that too cheesy? Deal with it. Maybe I'll wake up before you.